She gently placed the basket down and then picked some green leaves. I'm sure you all know that these leaves will produce either green or purple colors. Let's watch and see what the girl will do.
The peaceful scene made her feel relieved and forget the hard days she had endured. Subscribe to the channel to follow her journey from the past to the present.
The bougainvillea trellis was in full bloom, adding to the beauty of nature. She went behind a house and dug up some turmeric to create a yellow color. Today is her birthday, so she made a gift for herself. She gently placed the basket down and then picked some green leaves. I'm sure you all know that these leaves will produce either green or purple colors. Let's watch and see what the girl will do. She returned when she had picked everything she needed. The way she returned the scenery was so beautiful, she watched everything blend into the peaceful scene. Returning home, the little girl started her coloring work. Please like and share to see the results. First, she washed the pot, then washed the handful of leaves and put them in the pot. She added a little water and brought it to the stove to boil to create green color. Speaking more about the handful of green leaves, this is a type of herbal plant that can produce red and green colors when boiled. The little girl's bamboo house is simple and makeshift. This is where she lives. Please follow the process of building the house in the next episodes of the channel. To create black color, she used a handful of straw to burn in a pot. Then she crushed it with the handful of green leaves that she picked. After pounding, the little girl squeezed the juice and soaked it with the rice that needed to be colored. She washed the turmeric and also crushed it to get the yellow juice. After a while, she finished pounding when the colors were ready. After the colors were created, the little girl took out the white rice. She would classify the rice colors according to the necessary parts. Seeing her skillful work, she had to be independent since she was young. She drained the water and colored it as she wanted. Now is the process where she will color the rice. Let's see how interesting she is in creating the color. Ethnic minorities living in the tropical regions of Northeast Asia who cultivate wet rice often dye the rice as they like. The rice will be divided into different colors to soak. While the color is being created, the little girl will carry her lovely basket and walk to the market. What will she buy? Let's follow her. The little girl went into the butcher's shop and bought some. Then she added some necessary spices for cooking. The stall selling on the roadside did not make her curious when the journey back home was still far. She leaned against a grapefruit tree with fruit on the roadside. The grapefruit must have been sour, that's why there were no fruits to pick. She picked one for herself and leisurely walked home, her heart filled with joy. Returning to her beloved home, she checked the soaked rice after a while. She was surprised when the beautiful colors appeared before her eyes. She gently filtered the water, revealing the colors on each pot of color. The colored rice parts will be arranged in separate layers so that they do not mix. She puts the rice in a wooden barrel made of a tree trunk to steam the rice until cooked. Each color is arranged in turn. The fire is already lit and she puts it on the stove. What do you think about this little girl? Leave your comments below the movie. Don't hesitate to like and follow this little girl. While waiting for the girl to bring out the groceries to prepare the food, she washed each type under the tap, a few tomatoes, some green onions, some green vegetables, and the meat she sliced. The tomatoes too. Seeing this, I admire the girl for doing things like an adult. The survival instinct makes the girl strong and sturdy. Please give this girl a heart. Almost all the work is not difficult for her. After a while, she finished. She brought it into the house. The most exciting part was pouring out the rice. It was surprising, right? When the colors appeared so beautifully, the little girl immediately divided each color on the tray. She arranged it beautifully. She cut the watermelon into tofu, then put the pan on to stir-fry the meat. Then put the tomatoes in to simmer the meat on the stove. Seeing the way the little girl did it was so delicious, my friends. It made my mouth water. Now the little girl just arranged it on the tray, decorated it, and enjoyed it. What do you think about the birthday gift she made herself? Please motivate her by sharing your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch the next parts of this orphan girl's life story. Summary of the story about the living conditions of one of the orphans. The story is based on a true story. The film is only intended to build an independent life for adolescents. It does not reflect unhealthy content in society. It is not recommended to follow. The characters in the film are protected by the author. Thank you for your interest and attention.